this type of program doesn't happen without a community. EXP is so grateful for our sponsors, our worksite hosts, our school partners, our parents who supported your students through this entire year-long process, and our interns. We could not do it without you. I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Maribel Alejandre, EXP's Program Manager of Internship and Outreach, who is the lead in making this all happen. We could not do this without the full EXP team. So it takes an entire team, it takes a community, and it's year-round work. Shout out to Alejandra, Kenya, Eva, Daisy, Gob, Patty, all of us that make it happen. Thank you, team. I am so grateful to get to work alongside you to build out these opportunities. Interns, tonight is all about you. We are gathered here. Over almost 115 of us are here tonight to hear what you learned, what you liked, what you're excited about, and I cannot wait to get started. So I'm going to hand it over to our CEO, Miss Amy Gratt, to take us to our next step. Amy.
Thank you, Nicole. And I know that I'm the last thing between you and our amazing keynote and the students and the celebration. So all I'm going to say is be prepared to be inspired, because really this is the culmination of 4 weeks of just grit and perseverance, but coming on top of an entire year of planning and preparation on the part of these amazing interns. So I'd love to see us give a big hand to all 113 of you interns that stuck with it through the duration of your junior year, the summer before your senior year. And as Nicole mentioned, you're going to take these relationships and these skills that you've acquired and built with you for the rest of your life. As Nicole said, this does take a team. It takes a village. It takes a family. So many thanks to our sponsors, the program sponsors, Prologis, the Port of LA, the Steinmetz Foundation, and Loyola Marymount University for giving us the infusion of resources to enable us to keep this going year in and year out. The sponsors of the scholarship, the internship scholarships that go directly to the students. Thank you so much. The hosts that have opened your hearts and your doors and your Zoom windows to our students this summer. But one thing I can't forget is also the pit crew that's right there, in the back, making sure that this opportunity engine is growing. The EXP staff, the EXP educators and administrators, and the EXP parents and family members who ensured that intern logged on every morning on time and kept going into those workshops, even though it might have been something that seemed very far away back in September of last year. Thank you all for helping these amazing jewels be polished today, and can't wait to hear from them myself. So back to you, Nicole and Alejandra, to bring it forward.
Thank you, Amy. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce an EXP longtime partner, friend, and newest board member, David Gamboa with Cal State Dominguez Hills. David has been a longstanding partner with us, has supported EXP in so many programs. He is the Assistant Vice President for External Relations. And I know David has some wise words of wisdom that he is ready to share with our interns. David, thank you for joining us this evening. Please take it away.
Well, thank you so much. And to the EXP family, thank you for inviting me to speak. EXP holds a special place for CSU Dominguez Hills. We are proud to be a partner. We are proud to be an ally, but more importantly, we are proud to be a supporter. And to the EXP interns, roughly around 114 of you, congratulations for your 4 weeks of ongoing commitment, especially during a difficult time that we're all currently going through right now. your dedication, commitment to your internship really says a lot about you, really says a lot about your future goals and objectives, especially as you're looking to the next chapter within your life. Um, Internships are a gateway to a career. And when we had the opportunity to do so at Dominguez Hills, we've had a few interns working at our university. And through those internships, some of those students became students at CSU Dominguez Hills. And it was because of what they had learned about the university and what they knew about the campus. And that goes hand in hand with an internship. You might have not known about a career opportunity within an internship that you're currently working at, but then at the end of your tenure, that might be a place that you may want to look into for future opportunities. When I graduated from CSU Dominguez Hills, because not only do I work at the university, but I'm a proud alum, my first experience was an internship. And we actually received an internship working at CBS Studios in Television City in Los Angeles. I am a communications major. I worked at CBS as an editor, spent an entire summer doing that. Then I realized I do not want to go into editing. It had nothing to do with the assignment that I was given. I found another assignment at CBS, which was public relations and marketing, that I liked even better. And I wouldn't have been able to then move into that career pathway if it wasn't for that internship. So being able to be a part of something, experiencing it, and knowing what I can do with that possibility, it really led me to the trajectory that I'm in right now within my field of public relations and marketing and public affairs. So just know that the time and the effort that you're putting into what you're currently doing is going to pay off at a whole. Best of luck to you in the future and whatever you decide to do. Please know that you have an entire support system with EXP. It truly does take a village, and just know that you are surrounded by great individuals with this organization. So enjoy the rest of your summer. Best of luck with the new school year, and look forward to one day hopefully meeting all of you in person. Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you for your continued support and dedication to our programs. Daisy, if I can ask you to fast forward to go over what the students have done so far. So it has been a long year of being inside a lot, and we were there with you throughout the whole ride. And I'm going to go ahead and go down memory lane with all of you right now. We began our program back in September when we brought together our parents and students during our fall student and parent orientation. This pretty much, we went over everything you were going to expect for the program, and you pretty much signed the dotted line committing to the internship program. Come fall and into spring, you went through a year-long process where you met with us once a month for the career readiness workshops. And then we brought you all back together for the summer student parent orientation, where that was it. You got your placement, you learned about what to expect, and we pretty much solidified that you were in a paid summer internship. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to my colleague, Eva, who's going to walk us through those 7 workshops you dedicated yourself to. Eva, take it away.
Thanks, Alejandra. Interns, you committed to a series of 7 EXP work readiness workshops. Your journey started way back in October for EXP Internship Workshop 1, Unlocking Your Potential. As time went on and you all learned how to create a resume and cover letter with Workshop 2, Building Your Brand. In Workshop 3, Becoming a Young Professional, you learned what to post and what not to post on your job social media to land your dream job. Then the new year hit. And while you all were still taking Zoom classes, you still diligently logged on after your last class to finish what you had started. But now you are pros. Workshops 4, 5, 6, Discovering Who You Are, Dress for Success, and Mastering the Interview prepped you for what you were all dying to accomplish, mock interviews. After you wowed the employers and your future supervisors, you concluded your EXP Internship Workshop series with, accurately named, You Got the Job, Now What? And now we're here in the present. Over the last 2 weeks, you've not only juggled your 20+ hour a week internship, but you've attended 2 EXP summer internship workshops where you learned from City National Bank how to save your hard-earned cash, as well as your next post-high school steps from CSUDH, USC, LA Harbor College, and Swinnerton Construction. I say all this to say, interns, look how far you've come. Be proud of all that you've accomplished. You're exactly what many of you sought out to be by participating in this program, competitive and work ready. Hats off to you because you did that. And now I'm going to pass it off to Kenya.
Wonderful. So students, this is a reminder that on Monday, so this is happening next week, July 26th, from 4:30 to 7:30, we are having the drive-through certificate pickup. We want you all to all have something to take with you home so that you remember this accomplishment for a very long time. So store it somewhere neatly. And this is all of your hard work. And we just want to celebrate you because you all deserve it. Please make sure for those of you that are getting paid in scholarship form to bring your ID. But other than that, if you have any questions, please reach out to your program managers and we'll see you on Monday to celebrate you. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. And now I guess for the main moment that we're all here for, to celebrate all of our wonderful interns of 2021. So it all began with them doing their mock interviews with our wonderful volunteers to prepare for their actual employer interviews. Employer interviews took place June 15th to the 17th. That's where they interviewed to see where they were going to be placed. And then actual summer internship began June 28th. Some of our interns had the pleasure of interning for 1 to 4 weeks. And they've all learned so many great things and accomplished their goals and learned their skills. So you interns, be very proud of yourself. You've accomplished great things. And just to give you a little insight on what our great interns have been into, next slide. They all shared, or a few of them shared, their Selfie Wednesday. So here you see a variety of interns, where they're at, how diverse the work they've been doing. So congratulations to you all. Very proud of you. You guys did great work. And I'm excited to see what the future brings for you guys.
Yeah, so thank you all. Now that we've recapped that year-long journey that you all went through, we want to hear from some of our interns. We want to hear their experiences. We want to hear, what happened this summer? What did you learn? What did you not learn? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first student guest speaker for this evening, Marissa Estrada. Marissa, if you are here with us, you have the virtual floor. I'll give them a second. There's that beautiful face. All right, my dear, you're set to go.
Hi everyone, my name is Marissa Estrada. I'm an incoming senior in the Global Academy at San Pedro High School, and I'm also part of the Kaiser Permanente internship. So something that I've learned about myself over this whole internship process is my independence. It's made me learn a lot about myself, and it's made me grow into the person who I am today. And I want to give credit to EXP because they have taught me so much, from going to how to make a resume and how to make a cover letter and mock interviews, which was like so nerve-wracking. But like now, like looking back at it, I feel like, I feel like I've become a better person now, and I feel like I can become more confident in myself. And they've also prepared me for the internship that I'm in right now, which I also have to give credit for, for Kaiser. And so the past 5 weeks that I've been in Kaiser, I feel like I've just learned so much about, I've gained so many more skills, and it's just like, it was a whole learning experience and a growing experience. And I want to give a big thank you to Juanita, Mama J, Chizzy, and Barbara. They've been really big inspirations to me, and they've taught me about Toastmasters, impromptu speaking, group presentations, how to work with people, and how to stay open-minded about their decisions, and how to work together, and just bouncing off of ideas and everything, which is a big refresher, because communicating with people again, it was like this whole quarantine when it started, it was I was hibernating for a little while, so it was a refresher for me. So I've learned a lot with my independence. I've learned a lot about going from little to having time management, scheduling myself, and then from having perseverance and self-discipline, and like I mentioned before, having confidence in myself, and being confident of the skills I know I can bring to the table. So, just again, I want to give a big thank you to Kenya, my program manager. She's been a she's been a big support, and she's been there for me for this whole journey. And I just want to give a thank you to you. It means a lot. And then especially to Mama J, because she's, like I mentioned, she's been a big inspiration to me and everyone who knows her. So I just want to give a thank you to you, and you guys have helped me grow and taught me so much, and you guys have helped me be the person who I am right now. So thank you so much, and that's it.
Marissa, you are a star, my dear, and I'm trying really hard right now not to cry. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next student speaker for this evening, Mr. Christian Juarez. If you are in here, we're going to go ahead and spotlight you, and you're up next to share your internship experience with us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christian Juarez. I am an upcoming senior at Arbonne High School. I'm in the beta program there, and I was placed at the Port of LA in the Waterfront Real Estate Division. I'd like to start off by thanking my supervisors, my program managers, and the EXP team for being very supportive and helpful when I needed them. Getting through the school year, getting through the school year during the pandemic was very tough. I know everyone has that one hobby or activity that makes the world feel normal again. And for me, that was baseball. I was able to play and talk with my teammates, and that's what really helped me to survive throughout the pandemic. I feel that I have gotten stronger throughout the pandemic because of all the hardships I have to go through. The pandemic has shown me what my weaknesses are so I can improve on them. Throughout the internship, I have gained new skills that I can use for future jobs. I have gained experience that I can talk about when applying for jobs, and that was my main reason when applying to be in the EXP program. I also want to acknowledge my fellow interns on completing the internships virtually, hybrid, or in person. I know you guys did great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian, for sharing that with us. Now, up next, we have Alana Miller, who will be sharing a little bit about her experience. Alana?
My name is Alana Miller. I attend Carson High School, and my academy is Global Business, Law, and Government, and my internship site was the office of Councilman Joe Buscaino. I have a few notable experiences that occurred during my internship, but one that really stands out to me was when I got my own email signature that I needed to use for emails that I sent out. This made me feel like an actual part of the team, since this signature allowed me to sign off on my emails in a professional way. I also value the experience of the help that I provided for the people who needed it. For instance, one time I sent an email with a form attached, and the recipient of the email needed assistance filling out the form, and I was the one to help them, which I thought was rewarding. I've also picked up a few skills that I'm planning to use in the future, such as navigating the Google Sites and Google Sheets website. Before the internship, I had rarely used these platforms, but now I feel like I am very familiar with them, and if I ever need to use them for another project, I am confident that I will be able to use them to their full potential. I would also like to thank the staff at the office of Joe Buscaino, especially my site supervisor, Gabriela Medina, for helping me when I interacted with them through my messages or the Zoom calls. They were very patient and explained my tasks and expectations in a very detailed and clear way.
Alana, I think Alana is missing one thing that she doesn't want to share with us, which blew our mind today during her student presentation. Alana, you built an entire website, did you not, my dear?
Yeah, I did.
And now the office of Joe Buscaino will be using it, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I barely know how to work my Instagram, let alone do I know how to create an entire website. So this is how talented our interns are. I'm so proud of you, Alana. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, up next, we have Maya Ponce, who will be sharing her internship experience with us. Maya, you're all set to go.
Good afternoon. My name is Maya Ponce, and I'm an incoming senior at Rancho Dominguez Preparatory School, STEAM Academy. This summer, I was given the opportunity to intern at CM Marketing based in San Pedro. During the internship, I learned about branding, websites, and many different kinds of marketing strategies. I had many projects ranging from making social media posts to shadowing an in-person promotional photo shoot. The internship taught me about the importance branding plays in a company's image and how the use of keywords in ads, posts, and any other kind of promotional material can affect a product or event's success. An example of the skills I learned is one of my recent projects that I called Seniors versus Technology, which was a social media post I made on the platform Canva explaining a few reasons why it might be hard for seniors to adapt to new technology. I plan to use these skills I learned from this internship when starting my own business. So thank you to the EXP program and Mr. Christopher Mitchell, my internship supervisor, for this amazing opportunity.
I'm blown away right now by all these interns creating websites and working, learning these valuable skills that I'm sure you'll be able to apply once you graduate high school and go into a career or go into college. I'm kind of jealous. I want to learn how to create websites, so I'm really jealous of your experience. Up next, we have our student intern, Citlali Rodriguez, to share her internship experience with us.
Sorry, thank you. Hello, my name is Citlali Rodriguez. I'm an incoming senior at Banning High School, and I joined the EXP program through the Match Academy. For the past 5 to 6 weeks, I've been interning at the Marathon Petroleum Corporation here in Carson. I learned a lot about myself throughout these past couple weeks, mainly because I started out as an insecure and anxious teenager and I learned to be really proud of my work. I know now that there's a version inside me that really radiates confidence, and I just need to know when to bring that out. And through our life skills and Toastmaster sessions, I've learned that fear of feeling uncomfortable is what's kept me from helping myself excel. So I know that I need to trust myself as much as I trust the others and my coworkers. At Marathon has really helped me explore my career aspirations. I personally want to become an environmental engineer. So networking and getting to meet lots of different people at the refinery has really helped me find my path and make myself plans for my future. Overall, Marathon has prepared me for adulthood and has really made me excited to embark on this journey that's yet to come. And just to wrap it up, I'd like to really thank Eva for helping me put my whole application together, looking over resumes for me, countless one-to-one meetings. Overall, she really helped me achieve getting this internship, and without her, it wouldn't have been possible. Thank you.
Citlali, I love your uniform. I love that you showed up straight from work to the virtual culmination. Were you just out of work?
Yeah, I kind of rushed home, try to hop on.
Commitment, using your time management skills. I'm here for it. Thank you so much for sharing your internship experience with us, Citlali. And last but not least, we have Vincent Price to share his internship experience with all of us. Vincent?
Okay, my name is Vincent Price. I'm from Barstow High School in the STEAM Academy, and for the last 4 weeks, I've been working at the Barstow Police Department. Something I learned about myself while working there is that I am very committed. I once spent 5 hours with my partner doing one assignment. We were taking staples out of attachments and then attaching them to case reports and filing them. And it took us pretty much our entire working shift, but we got it done at the end of the day, which was pretty awesome. And I also learned that one of my strengths is in teamwork, because the majority of our work was with one person or two people. And when we got there, it wasn't like we were interns or like new people. It was like we've been part of the team for years, and it just flowed. And it was really great. I'm very thankful to the EXP program and the police department for this opportunity. Thank you.
I am blown away by all of these students. I don't know about everyone here with us today, this afternoon, but these experiences, everything you just shared with us just adds that spark of motivation that I love it. I love to hear it. Thank you all so much for sharing with us your internship experience. Now we're going to go ahead and move along with our employer recognitions. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to my colleague, Maribel Alejandre, to introduce some of the employers we will be recognizing this afternoon. Maribel?
Well, hello, everyone. Now that we got to hear those very inspirational student speakers, now we get to recognize the wonderful internship hosts who make these opportunities possible for our interns. One fun fact about Kaiser Permanente's summer youth program, Kenya, my colleague, and myself are actually former summer youth program interns. So just so that you know, Juanita, your work is very impactful and it impacts in the community and it still exists. So at this moment, I'd like to give a special recognition to Kaiser Permanente Southgate Medical Center, who will be received by Juanita Murphy.
I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity for recognition. And this is not my joy. It's not my job, it's my joy. Chizzy is right here. Barbara is on. We just love the kids. They and I keep calling them kids because they're my kids. I feel like I birthed them. They call me Mama J. But this is just a wonderful event that we have to give back to them so that they can one day give back to us. And it was pretty tearful this morning. Maribel was on with me. I was just crying. And I usually do it hands-on. Alejandra knows me. Kenya knows me. I'm so blown away by the growth that I see from the interview day to this day. And thank you for the recognition. And I'm going to keep doing this until I can't do it anymore. And to my virtual SYEP Kaiser Permanente, let's go!
Thank you for those beautiful words, Juanita. And our next award goes for Outstanding Employer to our partners over at Youth and Logistics. Gloria, are you here to accept the award? If you want to come off mute and say a few words.
So again, I would like to thank EXP for doing this again every single year. I've been part of this for 3 years, and it keeps getting better and better every single year. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but we are neighbors with EXP. So why wouldn't we take interns in? So I really do appreciate the opportunity for you guys giving USIN to be taking in the interns. This is important to us as a company. It gets our name out there, but not only as a company, but also for myself. I've been a supervisor for the interns for the past 3 years. So it helps myself better my skills. And I want to thank the interns for that. I believe the 2 interns that I had with me this year are in here today. Jacob Gutierrez and Destiny Garcia. Thank you so much. They were awesome students, and I hope they did I hope they did learn a lot while they were with us. And thank you guys.
Thank you for being amazing. And last but definitely not least, I want to give a special recognition of a rising partnership with DLR Group. I had the pleasure of being part of your student presentations, and I'm very excited to see what DLR Group does in the community.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this recognition. My name is Brett Habza. I'm Senior Principal and Architect with DLR Group. DLR Group is a global design firm. We employ architects, engineers, researchers, educators. We're one of the largest K-12 facilities design firms in the world. And we had the pleasure of hosting 2 students from Compton Unified, Christopher and Francisco from Dominguez High School. They were absolutely fantastic. We kind of gave them a fire hose experience of educating them in a broad way on the architectural and engineering industries. But then we spent the last 2 weeks with them really drilling down into the design of Compton High School. We're the architects for the new Compton High School. And so we tried to give them a good idea of what all the different players are that contribute to developing a design like that. They were so professional, so eager to learn. And just a few days ago, one of my colleagues who had spent some time with them, she was in one of the sessions where they were hearing from one of the young engineers in our LA office. And she said at that point, it was like a switch turned on, and they were asking him all sorts of questions about how they could become an architect or an engineer. And at that point, you really realize that all the effort that we put in is really going to be echoing throughout their lifetimes. And what we have offered them in some small way, hopefully will set them on a course for the rest of their lives and career paths. So we really appreciate this opportunity, and we look forward to contributing next year as well. And thank you, Christopher and Francisco. You were terrific.
So thank you not only to these partners who are recognized today, but all 25 employers who took our interns. Thank you very much. And I'll pass it to my colleague, Eva.
All right. Well, I'm feeling incredibly emotional right now, but I'll try and get through this section. This section's actually for student recognition. While we enjoy and appreciate all of our students, all of our interns, there is a special award that we'd like to give out for individuals in the program. So next slide, please. I want to honor this student, Jose Torres of Banning High School of Match Academy, because he began the program by wowing me in the most surprising of ways, by asking me if he could get a face tattoo. As the panic subsided, and believe me, there was panic, I saw a student whose edgy demeanor crackled, and beyond the cracks, I've become to know the Jose Torres I admire today. Jose is the type of student who shows courage by asking honest and blunt questions. He constantly showed up to my office hours to learn about what this program could do for him. And after landing a coveted internship with Port of Los Angeles, he kept up his communication and truly tried and accomplished the level of professionalism you'd see from a college student. I'm proud of you, Jose. Keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish, minus the face tattoos, of course. Jose, can you say a couple of words for us?
This EXP internship experience helped me to work with professionals at work. And I just want to thank my supervisors at the Port of Los Angeles, EXP.
Thank you, Jose. It was a pleasure getting to know you and working with you. I'd like to pass it along to Alejandra.
Our next student recognition goes to a student that brought so much energy into my life. I mean, from the very first day I met her, it was almost on the borderline of panic, but she kept me on my toes the entire time. And she's also such an incredible young lady. She's ambitious, she's energetic, and she is ready to take on the world. I want to introduce Samantha Reyes. Samantha, would you like to say a few words for us?
Yes. Hi, my name is Samantha Reyes. I'm an upcoming junior. I got that in my head. Upcoming senior at Manuel Dominguez High School. I just want to say lots of thanks to everyone within the EXP team and everyone at Kaiser Permanente. I want to give a special shout out to Mama Jay, to Chizzy, to Barbara for being able to present me to all these different types of opportunities and being able to accept me into these programs and also be able to support me no matter what. So thank you.
What did I say? I wasn't lying when I said she brings the energy into the room. Samantha, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over back to Eva to introduce our next student recognition.
Eva. Jana Lynn. Here's a student that literally is the representation of a rainbow. Jana has that I can do it personality. Hence is the reason she's a Kaiser intern. Jana's involvement with our programs goes beyond her internship. I've seen her at practically every office hour I've had and mock interview practice. She's also the type of student to push that Zoom unmute button when no other student dares to share. Jana, as a program manager, I've always appreciated your can-do attitude. Thank you for being you. You represent your high school, Rancho Dominguez Preparatory, very well. And I'm not sure if you're still aiming to be a rheumatologist. I hope I said that right. But with your can-do attitude, you can be anything that you want. Thank you, Jana, and I appreciate you. Would you like to say a few words?
Girl, you're making me emotional. I was supposed to do this with a straight face and everything. Oh my gosh, today has been such an emotional day. But my name is Jadalyn Madamba. I'm an incoming senior at Rancho Dominguez Prep, STEAM Academy, and I have been an intern with Kaiser for the past 5 weeks. And first of all, I do want to say thank you to Eva. Oh my gosh, Eva girl. Thank you for this wonderful recognition and for the support that you've given me and for always telling me not to doubt myself, even moments where I feel like I'm not worth it. So thank you for that. And I also want to say thank you to the EXP program. You guys have helped me get so many opportunities, and you guys have definitely helped me achieve this can-do attitude. And I feel like I have more confidence in myself. I know my self-worth, and I've taken every challenge I've had with a positive attitude. And for that, I will be forever grateful. And I want to give a shout out to the Kaiser Permanente team, Mama Jay, Chizzy, and Barbara. I really enjoyed my time with you guys, and thank you for having me. And lastly, I want to say congratulations to my fellow interns. You guys persevered. You guys showed dedication. You guys have completed your internships. And I just hope you guys have a great senior year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana. You're amazing. And I look forward to staying in touch, future rheumatologist or whatever that means. All right, I'll pass it on to Kenya.
All righty. Well, it is my pleasure to give the Extraordinary Effort Award to Kathy Martinez from Narbonne High School, who is also a Kaiser intern. Kathy, she really impressed me this past year. She was someone who would come to office hours with her camera off, but slowly she allowed herself to open up a little bit, and slowly she just kept being persistent. She showed up on time. She communicated well. And I just seen so much growth, so much confidence from someone who was really shy to really give it her all into her work, into her internship. And so, Kathy, congratulations for everything. Do you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, hi, my name is Kathy. I go to Narbonne. I was in Kaiser Permanente. And first of all, thank you, Kenya, so much. You have helped me a lot for who I am right now. I have always had the fear to messing up whenever I had to present or just to even speak to someone. But thanks to this internship and to everything that I have been at EXP, I have become more confident with myself and become a better and more self-aware person. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. All right, now I'm going to pass it over to Miss Patty.
Actually, Kenya, Patty is not with us, nor is Charlotte, but I believe Maribel can give us some insight as to why Charlotte is not here and why we're recognizing her for Best Selfie Game. So Maribel?
Yes, so Miss Charlotte Smalls was definitely an avid kind of participant of our Selfie Wednesday. So she turned in a selfie every Wednesday, sometimes even 3 or 4, which was amazing to see the work she was doing. And the reason she's not with us, unfortunately, this evening is because she is over at medical camp in Washington. So definitely want to encourage her to continue that path into medical school. And hopefully she's learning and just growing as a person who will be in the future a medical kind of professional in the industry. So congratulations, Charlotte. You have the best selfie game of the EXP 2021 internship program.
Well, that was kind of hard for me to not cry. I love to hear from our students. This is my favorite part of this entire program, is hearing from them firsthand what they've learned, what skills they've gained throughout the summer. And I know that this past 2 years have been very difficult for many of us, and especially for our students. And I am so grateful to be part of an organization that provides opportunity and brings them together and allows them to work during the summer, even if it is virtually, and gain some skills that they can use even once they graduate after high school, and take that with them throughout life. So before we end today's event, I want to quickly say a few words to our interns. So interns, find your passion, find something you really enjoy doing. Now, I don't mean just any old thing that you're interested in. I mean something you really believe is a unique calling to you, whether that's helping others, becoming a CEO of your own company, or even becoming an influencer, whatever it is. Follow that passion, that dream, stay consistent, put in the work, and you can achieve any goal you set yourself up to. Again, on behalf of EXP, we want to thank the sponsors, host sites, school administrators and staff, and of course, our parents. It takes a village to make this program as successful as it is, and you each play a vital role in its success. Congratulations, interns. We are so very proud of your accomplishments. Keep reaching for greatness. Have a great weekend, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. That's a wrap. Woo!